Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashlyn. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and if you are already subscribed, hey, how you doing? Thank you for subscribing and thank you for tuning into this video. So 3 things people often forget or they just don't mention when it comes to goals and goal setting. Like things that people just seem to leave out or forget that they're gonna have to do or change when it comes to achieving your goal. And this came to me because I have a few videos on this channel where I talk about goals, and sorry, I'm outside and I just touched something that it didn't feel right. But I have goals and I'm always reading, achieving, just working on myself and getting better. And so these 3 things, when I was kind of just laying down, kind of like in a meditation, but not really, I was just laying down and thinking, and I said, wow, I can think back on some of the goals that I've already achieved and some of the changes that I had to make that people don't always mention when it comes to achieving your goals. So the first thing I wrote was staying in places you have outgrown and no longer serves you. So I find like when I've decided to achieve a new goal, like I was vegan, and I say was because I'm more so like vegetarian now. But when I decided to do that goal, I had to stop hanging out with certain people. I had to remove myself from certain places that I had outgrown. Like you can't go out with your friends. Maybe in the beginning, you're not going to be able to go to the same eating places that you used to. You're not going to be able to do the same things that you used to. So I think that once you start to have a new goal, or once you start to level up in something, always remember that you probably will leave some people behind. Remember, like that comes with it, like that comes with the game, like that's a cost that you have to that's a part of the game, that you may have to leave some people behind, and you're gonna outgrow certain people, places, and things. But it's up to you to remove yourself from those people, places, and things. Because I know I've been guilty of this, where I'm still trying to hang out with certain people, or I'm still trying to go certain places and do certain things when it does not even fit my new goal. It doesn't fit my new lifestyle. It doesn't fit what I'm trying to do and where I'm trying to go. But I'm still trying to hold on. It's like dragging something along with you, and all it's doing is slowing you down. And when you're trying to reach a new goal, and maybe you've been praying on it, maybe you've been asking the universe to show you, guide you, maybe you've been working hard, you've been going in, and you can't figure out why you still feel so exhausted, or why you still feel like you're not even getting anywhere. And I feel like that's one of the things. If you staying in places and hanging out with people that you've outgrown, and you know it's time for you to kind of either distance yourself or move forward, that's a part of it. You need to make that adjustment. It's up to you to make that adjustment and to make that change so that you can move forward into your goal a lot more smoother. And then 2, consistency and commitment. And then I wrote, you have to choose. And so this came to my mind, like if there's 2 sides of, say it's 2 sides of a street, you can't be on both sides of the street at the same time. So your goal requires you to choose it. It requires you to choose. It requires you to choose that side. So if you're trying to maybe you're trying to commit to a certain fitness goal, or you're trying to commit to a certain idea, you got to really choose that. And I mean choose, that means like committing, staying consistent, and like really focusing in on it. So that means you're giving, it's like when you make up your mind about something, that's what you focused on. Like say if you like a guy or you like a girl, you done made up your mind, that's her or that's him, that's it. You tunnel in, you focus in on it. And it's kind of, that's what I mean by choosing. So it's the same thing with your goal. You got to choose it. And when you choose it, you got to commit to it. And when you choose it, commit to it, and stay consistent with it. And that's another thing that I don't know if people really mention. I mean, yeah, they say be consistent with your goals, but you know, sometimes that don't really sink in until you can kind of put that in an example with maybe other areas of your life. Like I said, maybe you choosing a man, you choosing a girl, and you got to choose so that you can stay committed and consistent. And then number 3, I said, was mindset. People skip over this all the time, and this is one of the biggest things that I'm still learning. Like right now, I'm working on my mindset hardcore this year, because I realize that everything is about your mind and what you think. If you're trying to reach a goal, let me read what I wrote first. I said, what are your true and deepest beliefs about the obtaining, having, or the obtaining or having of your goal or dream? And does that match with what you want? And so basically, when you have a goal or whatever, but you know, it's like you're doing all the steps, but deep down, you don't really feel confident, or you don't really feel like it's gonna work out, or you don't really feel and it's okay. I'm not saying this is not to make you feel bad. I'm just saying these things for you to just be aware of, because if you do find that you want this goal and you've been really, like, say it's weight loss, and I use that all the time because it's a common goal and it's simple. And say you're going to work out, or maybe you're not, you just want to lose weight, but you just can't get yourself up in the morning. You can't seem to, it's just everything, it's just constant not working out for you. What's your mindset around that goal? If you're thinking that you can't do it, if you're thinking that it's going to be hard, if you're thinking that it's too stressful, if you're thinking that I've been this weight all my life or whatever, you know, if you're having a negative mindset around what you're wanting to do, how can you really get to it? You know, it just doesn't match up. And I think we just don't, that's the thinking that goes on a subconscious level that we ignore. So I mean, I may do more videos about mindset and go deeper into it, but the point is that that's a big part of goals and dreams, is your mindset. Because if you're not aligned in your mind with what you want on a deep level, and you don't think you can achieve it, then that's what it's gonna be. And there's a quote by Henry Ford, and it says, whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right. I may not be saying it perfect, but that's a paraphrasing of the quote. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right. So if you don't think you can, then you're right. If you do think you can, then you're right. So your mindset is everything. So remembering that with goals. So just to go over the 3 things that I said. One was staying in places and around people and places and things that no longer serve you, and you know you're outgrowing. In order to reach your goal, you have to let go of certain things, certain people. You gotta let that stuff go. So know whenever you're trying to reach a new goal, I gotta let go of some things. It's gonna be some things I gotta let go of, some people, places, things I'm gonna have to let go of and change. 2, consistency and commitment. You have to choose. You got to choose that thing and focus in on it and decide, like, okay, this is me. This is what I want. This is the new direction I'm going in. And 3 was mindset. What are your beliefs? Like, you could be putting on a show for everybody else and saying you going to the gym or you doing this, but you know what you're thinking deep down. You know if you believe, you know deep down if you believe what your mindset, what you're thinking is saying around your goal. Do you really believe you can achieve what you're saying? Sorry, this sun is shining, but it's so beautiful. I'm enjoying it. It's a pretty day today, so I'm enjoying that. But yeah, so those are the 3 things. So mindset is 3, 2, consistency, commitment, and then 1 is like knowing you got to let go. Don't stay in certain places and stuff like that that's no longer serving you anymore. So I hope this video helps. Those are 3 things that people seem to not really pay attention to or leave out, that they're going to have to do or commit to when it comes to achieving goals. So I hope that helps you. Make sure you leave a comment below, subscribe, give me some thumbs up, and show me some support. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. Peace.